So I got a package from New Zealand.
And you can all guess who it is. Mr. D-Man himself.
And what it is it's this book called Turning Pro by Steven Pressfield. So some of us YouTubers are doing this thing of a traveling library, and we're all reading these same books and shipping them around the world to each other, and then putting in our own thoughts and ideas, and yeah, it's a cool idea.
So, at the end of this video, leave a comment to let me know if you want to get the book next. And yeah. So the book is about what happens when you turn pro or become a professional. And a lot of it is mindset. So Steven Pressfield talks about the amateur and how the amateur is an addict, and they'll repeat things over and over in this cycle, and their life goes down the tubes one repetition at a time, and it's a shame. Now the pro is putting work. They reach for the higher realm. Instead of being the amateur who numbs or transcends their pain through drugs or whatever happy experience they're having, the professional transcends pain through labor and love of their work. So art and service and work. And Pressfield talks about how the Irish drink because they have this idea that they're angels trapped in a mortal body in this lower realm. And he talks about how that's kind of how the professional thinks, is that we're in this lower realm, but we're also part of this higher realm. That's the pain of human existence, is we can never enter either realm fully. We're always in limbo. But the professional's job is to take the higher realm and try to represent it where we are. So, I don't know, being a professional sounds pretty appealing to me. Now, Pressfield talks about how when you become professional, your life doesn't just change. Like, it's completely the same, but different. And that's a contradiction, but it's... What he's saying is, you still have the pains, you still have the trouble that life gives you, but the way you go about solving that changes. So the way you plan your day changes, the way what you do during your day changes. There's a lot of good stuff in this book, and there's two things. Okay, one thing is the professional is always, or not always, they're in the present, whereas the amateur is looking towards the future. They say, tomorrow I'll do it. Or they're looking to the past and thinking the past is where everything good was at. When really, they're just looking at it ideally, and the past is not as good as they think it was. They create a highlight reel of it. So the professional lives in the now, and they do what is necessary now. That's not to say they're not forward thinking, and they don't think about the future, but what they do is live in the moment. Also, the other thing I wanted to point out is Steven Pressfield talks about how the amateur, the addict, is very interesting but boring at the same time. They constantly have something that they're going to create. They constantly are going to do something, and that makes us anticipate what they're going to do, but then they never deliver. Now they might once or twice, but it's never in the professional way. They don't live the professional life. So the amateur is at the same time extremely exciting to listen to when they talk, but they're also excruciatingly boring because of those cycles that they go through. They're always talking, not doing much. And this is what I do. I realized that I knew I wasn't a professional, but I always talk about what I'm gonna do. Oh, I'm gonna make this YouTube video, it's gonna be sick. Oh, I'm gonna make this new channel called Bike Talks. And the amount of action that I do compared to the talking is little. Like, the talking substitutes for the doing. And so recently I've been watching what I say, and if I'm telling somebody about a project I'm going to make, I just kind of cut myself short. I don't want to say everything, because hey, if you talk, like if talking is all you do, you're never going to get anything done. So might as well put your head to the grindstone and get your work done. Steven Pressfield talks about how he was in New York for a year and he didn't talk to anyone. He just wrote. He's an author. He just wrote. He didn't have sex. He didn't have parties. He didn't do drugs. He wrote. And he didn't talk to anyone. And like, how could you be more professional? That is amazing. You can't be more professional, because he told himself, I'm gonna kill myself or I'm gonna pursue this writing thing, because if I don't pursue this writing thing, there's no purpose in living. That's bonkers. But I was talking with my roommate a few days before I read this book, and I said, dude, if you're not gonna pursue something worthwhile with your life, why not just end it right now? And he was like, that's kind of crazy. But I was like, no, that it makes complete sense. And then I read this book. I read this book in one night. I stayed up till like 2 a.m. Not very late, but I was like, I was so into this book because it's so true. If you're not gonna do anything with your life, why even be alive? So might as well get started right now. But the problem is, I've watched plenty of YouTube videos like this telling me to do something, and I never do it. I just watch it and I feel inspired for a few days, maybe a few hours, and then I'm back to normal. Like, I don't get anything done. If anything, the videos I watch are procrastinating, because I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna learn about success. And then guess what? I learn about success, but I don't actually do it. It's crazy. That's the addict behavior. Procrastinating is in these cycles. So the professional gets up every day and puts in work. Once you're a professional, life becomes simple. You know what you have to do and you do it. You overcome fear. Before, as an amateur, fear was an obstacle. It was the resistance keeping you from doing anything. But now, fear is something that you want to butt heads with, because that's the only thing that makes you better. And by no means am I a professional. And I kind of have something against these types of videos, like the video I'm making right now, because I'm just talking about success. I'm not being successful. But that's the whole point of this channel. I wanted to talk to you guys. I wanted to get it out of my system. So, hey, if you feel like it, subscribe. That was Steven Pressfield, turning pro. And if you want the copy that I read, I put comment, and then if I pick you, I don't know how I'm gonna pick a winner or whatever, I'll find you on Facebook or something and message you and give me your address and I'll send it to you. So that is turning pro. I hope you guys learned something, and I hope, honestly, you don't have to watch this video. You don't have to watch any videos about being successful to become successful. You just do it. Like, you did it. Stop procrastinating, because you should just do it. Okay, peace, guys. I will see you this Friday with another experimental bike talk, and then next Monday for a normal bike talk. Who knows what it will be about. Peace, guys. I hope you guys have a great day, and hey, do something with your life maybe, or just kill yourself. Don't kill yourself though, please. Do something with your life. Don't kill yourself, because everybody in your life that you know will, like, don't kill yourself. Okay, guys, that was a long one. Peace.